Throughout history, there have always been places people look towards as sources of information in their times of need. These days, there is perhaps no place that has answered the desperate cries of struggling students more than OpenAI's ChatGPT. But how does ChatGPT work? Well, the obvious solution would be to ask the all-knowing GPT itself. But if you ask ChatGPT how it works, it promises a simple answer, then proceeds to throw a hodgepodge of hocus-pocus words at you like tokens, attention, and transformers. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I am quite the expert on transformers. And since that is literally the third word in GPT, consider me an expert on the topic. So when we ask ChatGPT important questions like, do you think a hot dog is really a sandwich? ChatGPT instantly translates the sentence into these things called tokens. Tokens are basically commonly occurring sequences of characters in a set of text, typically about 4 English characters or an average of 3/4 of a word. The tokens will also contain embeddings representing the position of the token in the text, as well as its semantic aspects. Semantic aspects are the meanings of individual words/tokens. For example, the word apple has semantic aspects that could include its meaning as a type of fruit, its taste, its color, etc. After getting tokenized, the processed text is sent to the GPT's AI transformer model. Instead of being awesome robot-vehicle hybrids, in AI, transformers are a type of neural network invented in 2017 that excels at learning context and, as a result, meaning, by tracking relationships in sequential data. In the case of ChatGPT, the sequential data would be words. So what is special about transformers? In the past, recurrent neural networks would read from left to right, which works fine analyzing words that are next to each other. However, it begins to struggle with words at opposite ends of a sentence. Transformers read every word at once using a set of mathematical techniques called attention to detect subtle ways even distant data elements in a series influence and depend on each other, putting emphasis on the most relevant parts of a text. This process is similar to how the model trains in the first place. As the P of GPT suggests, the model is pre-trained. This basically means, when training, the model is given a few ground rules and then fed unlabeled data. The model then processes the data, developing its own understanding of the rules and relationships that govern text. The last step in training is fine-tuning, where human feedback provides reinforcement learning that helps make the model safe and provides sensible and coherent output. Based on this training, ChatGPT takes the tokenized text a user inputs and predicts what token would follow based on the analyzed context, in a process called autoregressive generation. Every time a token is generated, the analyzed context is updated to include it. This process is repeated until an end-of-sequence token is generated. An EOS token can be generated based on several different criteria, including maximum length, contextual signals of phrases or cues to end, or direct rules learned from trained examples. As you can see, ChatGPT isn't magic, and oftentimes it can be flat out wrong. But I plan on surviving when the robots rise up, so I got my eye on those transformers, just in case they get loose like in one of Michael Bay's documentaries.